All right, y'all, so I wanted to make a video on basically this chapter of loneliness. How loneliness is gonna be a part of your story when you are building and molding yourself into a man that's worth achieving your dreams, that's worth achieving the Ferrari, the $1 million, the certain identity, the fame, the success, whatever it is that you desire. You have to go through a lonely chapter first. And I want to really break it down to you because it's fucking hard. It is very fucking hard because your family, your boys, your girl is not going to understand this path. Is not going to understand the mindset. Is not going to understand the fucking action, the work that you have to put into yourself, the sacrifices you have to make. I want you guys to understand, I'm a manager right now. At the age of 26, most people think I just got handed this opportunity because, oh, Brandon, you're Wilson, here you go. Motherfucker, I put work in for a whole 1.5 years straight. I sacrificed one of my favorite holidays of not going on the 4th of July. I didn't go out for a long period of time. I didn't hang out with people for a long period of time because I needed that isolation. I needed that solitude to find out who the real version of Brandon Wilson is. I needed that solitude to find out how I can intensify this fire and this desire for me to get to the goals and the metrics that I had in place, right? I needed that solitude to hear that internal dialogue within myself. I needed the solitude to face every fucking fear that I had. I needed the solitude to fucking diagnose every single weakness I had and start to improve in every aspect of my life. Most people run from the solitude. Most people run from being lonely, but that's what's needed for you to grow. You can't understand and improve yourself and be self-conscious enough if you're always occupied with the noise, with people telling you what to do. You need to seek solitude. And it's lonely as fuck, and you're gonna lose a lot of friends, and you're gonna feel like, fuck, no one's on my side, no one sees all the work that I'm putting in, everyone is judging me. That's a part of it. The aspirations and goals that you have, most of the world and society doesn't even believe is possible. So why don't you think it's normal to walk on this path and you're gonna be alone? You're gonna be putting in the work that most people don't wanna put in. You're gonna have the mindset that most people don't believe in. You're gonna have to understand the path of greatness comes with loneliness. It comes with looking like a fool. It comes with being judged. It comes with always having people feel like they're in your ear telling you you're doing the wrong shit. But the reason why you're putting yourself through this sacrifice, through this solitude, is because you're building the life for you. You're not building your life. You're not doing this shit to fucking seek validation. You're doing this because you want it. Not because your parents want it, not because your friends want it, not because your girl want it, because you want it. So most people aren't gonna understand the grind. Most people aren't gonna understand your determination, your perseverance, your action. You showing up on this consistent daily basis without giving up. You not doing what everybody else is doing because you're building the life for what you want. For those dreams and aspirations that when you close your eyes, you can vividly see. Most people aren't gonna understand that because they don't see the dreams in your head. So understand this path that you're going down on right now. It's lonely as fuck. You're in the lonely chapter, but accept that. Take that head on. Smile a little bit. Embrace that, because most people aren't even willing to step in the arena of that path, aren't even willing to go down that path because they know that it's gonna be hard. You're gonna have to face yourself. You're gonna have to wake up and look at yourself in the mirror. And face that version of yourself every single day in order for you to grow. You can't run from yourself. You can't run from your weaknesses. You can't run from your pains when you're in solitude. You're face to face with it. You're either facing it, improving it, or you're running away from it. But when you're on the path of solitude, there's nowhere to go. There's nowhere else to go. There's no distractions. You are with yourself. And that's why it's such a lonely chapter, because you figure out who you are inside and out. I needed that lonely chapter of spending so much time alone for that whole 1.5 years that I did. Waking up at 4 a.m., going to the gym 400 days straight, running that marathon with no sort of training, to understand my mindset, to understand inside and out what I want, the type of life that I want to live, who I want to be remembered by, the legacy I want to live. The things that fuel me to keep me going, even if I don't see any sort of results. That's what you need, and that's what you're gonna find when you are in solitude. You know how many times I was laughed at? You know how many times I posted content for you guys and just showcased my journey, and I told, oh, I'm part of the loser group now. Oh, I'm a loser. Oh, I was getting hated on. You know how many times I had to face that and still persevere and still have that ultimate self-confidence, even when I kicked all my friends to the side because I knew they weren't on the same path as me? That takes mental resilience. That takes dedication. That takes heart. That takes every ounce of energy for you just to be like, you know what? I have to build the life for me, and no one else is gonna build it for me. So if I don't do these necessary steps of solitude, of understanding exactly what I want and going after it, it's not gonna fall on my lap. I had so many times where old friends, where people would hate on me, comment negative shit, DM me, text me, you're a loser. Stop it, you're gonna fail. Who do you think you are? You think you're better than everyone else because you cut me off because you don't respond to my text anymore? Fuck you. You know how many times I had to face that? Bro, I only have like 3 friends right now. I used to have so many friends that I could text and do whatever I want, but I knew what was needed for me to grow. I knew what was needed for me to get better. I knew what was needed for me to build my mindset. You have to understand, when you are surrounded by people, you're distracted. There's so much noise, there's so much chaos that in order to really maximize who you are, you must seek solitude. That's a part of the game, is your friends turning your back on you. That's a part of the game of your friends backstabbing you. That's a part of the game of your friends telling you and believing you when you first started, but then turning them back on you and hating on you when you fucking start to get a little momentum. And you're like, damn, you was just cheering me on. Damn, you was just telling me we're in this shit together. Now you're turning your back on me? Now you're hating on me? Now you're telling me I'm not gonna make it? Now you're hating? Like, what the fuck? That's a part of the journey. But it only tests your mental fortitude. It only happens because God wants a test to see how bad you want it. You have to understand, every negative experience that you go through, it's happening for a reason, to test how bad you want this aspect. Because if it was easy, you must understand everybody else in this world would have it. You have to understand, the people that are hating on you, they're hating on you because they don't have the balls and guts to do what you are doing. They don't have the balls and guts to post on social media and showcase their flaws and be a man and embrace who they are inside and out. Everything you are doing, the reason why you have haters is because people hate that you have the confidence, that you have the balls, that you have the guts to do what it is that you want. Find love, find joy, find enjoyment, find embracement in the solitude. And stick on that path as long as you can, until you build yourself so much that you're an asset in this market space, and that you start to attract other assets as well. And then your network is so strong that you don't have any negative influences in your circle, that you don't have any losers in your circle, that all you have in your circle, in your network, in your phone, is fucking winners that want the most out of life. Until you get to that point, hang out with yourself and build and mold yourself. I didn't start kicking it with people until I understood what it is that I wanted in life, until I understood who Brandon Wilson is inside and out. And then once I found that and started chasing my dreams and my goals and staying on path and understanding and having this focus that that's all that matters, I started attracting those people into my life. I started looking around and I was starting to kick it with more winners, more people that was chasing greatness, more people that was believing in the 1% of people that what they could accomplish. I started doing that because I started putting work into myself. But you must understand, you can't understand yourself until you find solitude, until you are comfortable being alone. It's so funny because once you find love in solitude, like, you're so confident in yourself that you can go to dinner by yourself, you can go to the movies by yourself, you can go shopping by yourself, and you actually find more enjoyment spending time alone. I love going to dinner alone, I love doing things alone. And I went to dinner alone last night to a nice restaurant, right? It was pretty late, it was during the week, and I just love people watching and just spending time alone. And I had so many people come up to me, hey, if you want to come join us for dinner, you can sit at our table. I had people coming up to me, talking to me, and it's because they can understand and they can feel that I'm confident in myself and that I don't need other people to sit at a dinner table with me, that they wanted to talk to me, that they wanted to figure out who I was, that they wanted to introduce themselves to me. right? It was so funny. I was like, damn, like I've never had so many people come up to me and invite me to their table and want to hang out with me. It's because I've found joy and embracement in solitude. It's because I've found love in being with myself. So if you're watching this and you're a young man, if you're watching this, even if you're a young girl and you have goals and aspiration, you're just gonna need to go on this path and just spend a lot of time alone. Because that's what's needed for you to grow. That's what's needed for you to get that edge. That's what's needed for you to continue to burn this fire inside you and amplify it. It's not through the chaos. It's not through being in the crowd. Most people get lost in the crowd because they can hide behind people. They can hide behind their insecurities. They can hide behind their weaknesses. But when you're in solitude, again, you can't run. You have to face everything in front of you. And that's why solitude is so special, because you are forced to improve. You are forced to keep moving forward. You are forced to face everything about yourself in order to grow. But you understand yourself that much more that nothing can stop you. No person, no external force, no opinion, nothing, because you know who you are inside and out. And that's why the lonely chapter is such a needed chapter for you to upgrade yourself, for you to get to the next level, for you to find love within yourself, for you to find confidence to keep fucking going even when nothing's going your way. It's through the lonely chapter. So if you're in the lonely chapter right now, embrace it. Dig a little bit deeper. Build yourself a little bit harder. Do one more step. Take one extra rep, whatever it is needed, because that's going to help you get that fucking edge to develop yourself into that man that has the $1 million, that is the manager, that has the high income, that has the high income paying job or skill set or the identity or the fame or the success or whatever it is. Embrace the lonely chapter, because it's going to help you build and mold yourself into this undeniable figure. It helped me build myself so much. I know who the fuck I am. I know what I want out of life. I know what I need to do on a daily, consistent basis. I know what feeds my fucking soul, my fucking fire inside me, because I need it, because I've learned more so about myself through that isolation process. That nothing can stop me except myself. Once you go through that isolation, you understand that nothing can stop you except yourself. Nothing. No matter if you lose everything, no matter if I lost everything today, nothing could stop me, because I know what I want. I know what I need to do. I know who I am inside and out. I don't need validation from my parents, from my friends, from my coworkers, from my teachers, from my circle. I get validation from myself when I put the hard work in, when I show up for myself, when I believe in myself, when I allow my fucking action to speak more than my words. Accept the lonely chapter. Dive headfirst into that bitch and watch you build yourself into this undeniable, this unrecognizable person, and see the barriers that you push through. See the goals that you hit, the people that you impress. Because all you did was isolate yourself to understand yourself more. So keep fucking pushing, keep going. Let's motherfucking go. Hey, it's you versus you. Understand that and you'll always win. Let's motherfucking go.